last week, heat race, we knew you kind of didn't have it. Tonight's heat race, though, we knew you had it for the night. Was it feeling good from the first day?
It was. I would just like to forget about last week, to be honest. And at the same time, though, it's like I got to be better in that condition when it shows up again. But this week, it was good for me. Oakland played out to be as usual. Really soft dirt, big ruts. And they built the track really steep this year, so it made it even a little bit gnarlier. But maybe it was good for me. But that was a big deal for us to come back and obviously maintain points lead, and motorcycle was working good the whole day.
Nice. Rhythm lane, 3-3-3 before the corner doubles. I kept watching you, like the transition, I think it's on the second three, was really weird because you kept landing into that and kind of going long, I think, on the third three. Were you that one pretty tough to time tonight?
It was tough. That whole, the lane against the wall there was very steep in general. And it was so steep, it was like hard just to keep your front end down on it, and tough to time, and got pretty close to the bells once, but kept it together. Like I said, it was so steep. I mean, we'd go after the second set of whoops and do the 3 on off. That next transition was, pretty violent, and I mean, for me it was faster just to literally go double and then go on off versus a triple quad. So anyway, tough condition, tough track, and it's good for us to get back out front.
Do you know, after that parade lap, when you looked at that first set of whoops, were you like, damn, we're in for jumpers tonight?
I was afraid of that happening, that they would turn in jumpers, because I was so much faster than the guys in the heat race. Like, I wanted them to stay skimmers, and they pretty much did. But I didn't have the advantage that I had in the heat. The jump line kind of, was there, or I mean, it totally was there. As in the heat race, I was just basically blowing it away. So thankfully, the skim stayed there, and I went back and forth with it. Started with skim, went to jumping, saved some energy, and then went back to the skim, and that was a good part of the track for me.
I was going to say, there's a lot of guys that had to divert to jump line. Yours was really solid every lap. Rear end would step out a little, but you look like you're really in control of that section, even as it really broke down.
Yeah. The second set got really, really tough. Like I said, my rear end would dance around a little bit, but the first set in the Dragon, I felt like I had pretty covered the whole night. Awesome.
I hate to say it, but when Chase made the mistake, like, you've seen it a couple times this year, like, what is it even, when you see it happen, and you're just like, again, like, do you even kind of settle in like us fans do? We're like, wow, again?
Yeah. I was surprised to see it. I mean, he was kind of just creeping away from me, whatever it was. Felt like maybe like a half second a lap or whatever it was. He was doing a little bit different rhythm combo. Maybe it was a little bit there. And then once I went to jumping, I felt like I was actually losing more ground. So then I went back to skim, and then he crashed. So I was a little surprised to see that, but this track was so gnarly. I expected one of us to make a mistake, at least one of us, and I think we all. Well, I mean, I did. I shot off the track the last lap.
I was about to say, did you? I mean, we always talk about Webb is somebody you don't want close to you on the last lap. Even after you made the mistake, did you think you still had a comfortable enough gap, or did the heart rate spike?
Oh, heart rate spiked, but I was pinning it, and I had more in the tank just to give it all I had, and thankfully I had enough room there to stay in front.
Sweet. Congrats on the night. Congrats on keeping the red.
Thanks.